Is there anything any more frustrating than pulling up to a client's property and you see that something else has been done that you provide, but your customer had somebody else do it? Probably not. I know it really bothered me. Hi, my name's Wayne Voles, owner of Profits Unlimited. I know it used to bother me tremendously, and I'm going to say it. I hated it when I pulled up to mow somebody's yard and the hedges had been trimmed or there had been mulch put down. I'm thinking, why didn't they let me do it? And then sometimes we even pull up to their property, right? And your competitors, they're doing something that you do. Not necessarily there to mow the lawn that you're there to do or treat the lawn, but they're doing something that you do, and all of a sudden you want to get an attitude and you say, damn, what y'all doing here? Well, what they're doing there is your customer probably called them because they didn't know you provided the service. So don't get mad at your competitor. Get mad at yourself and say, what can I do to help this to stop happening? What am I going to do? What am I doing? Or what can I implement new to help my customers remember and understand the services that I offer so they're not calling my competitor? One thing quickly that I think you can easily add that doesn't cost you a penny is on your invoicing, have an area toward their pay line, because everybody looks there, our services include, and just simply put what you do. Mowing, mulching, landscaping, landscape light, whatever it is. Have that on your invoices. Another thing that we do is we have little stickers, like on our application sheets. When we make an application on somebody's lawn, if it's grubworm season or if it's time to think about aeration or overseeding or landscape lighting or fill in the blank on what services you provide, have a simple sticker that pulls off and it attaches to that invoice that you've left when you make that application to the yard. Simple, very inexpensive thing you can do. Also, be sure to have your services listed on your website. Don't make somebody search and don't make it hard on your website for them to see what the services are that you provide. Another thing that you can do is when you're sending out an email to somebody, just add a one-liner to the bottom of that email, not the very bottom past your signature line. But hey, just want to remind you, we provide these services. Another thing that we can do is leave flyers. Have flyers that you carry around in your truck with you. You go and mow somebody's lawn, have a flyer that, talks about aeration, or have a flyer that talks about hedge trimming or mulching or whatever the service is that would apply at that time of the year. Leave that there after you've provided that service for them. And not only your customer, but the adjoining neighbors. So if you want to sell additional services to your existing customers or increase your route density, you're already there on the property doing something. Have some flyers that are seasonal based on what is relevant at that time of the year that you're leaving behind for your customer as well as the adjoining neighbors. Doesn't cost you hardly anything at all to do it. The key is we've got to keep our name in front of our customers, because I'll be the first one to admit it. There is nothing more frustrating than pulling up in front of somebody's house to mow it or treat it, and somebody's done vice versa, one or the other, or they've done the mulching or they've done the hedge trimming, and you're thinking, damn, here I am busting it out, doing the hardest part, doing the least profitable thing. Let's say you're mowing, right? That's the least profitable service you can offer in your service offerings. And you're doing the hard part week after week. Yes, it's generating the revenue and the ongoing resource of income, but your competitors coming in and doing the more profitable things. So don't get mad at your competitor is the bottom line to this video. Get mad at yourself for not informing your customers enough of the services that you provide, because there's nothing worse that I ever hear from a customer is, I didn't know you did it. And we do all these things. We put the footers on our invoicing. We use the stickers. We do the news mailers. or the newsletters. We do the one-liners on our emails, and still occasionally we have the customer says, "Oh, I didn't know you did it." So the frustration of that will never come to a complete end, but you can minimize the frustrations of somebody else providing a service that you provide simply by notifying your clients frequently enough. And what that frequency needs to be is up to you. But for us, we want that frequency going out on a weekly basis. Hey, if you're going there and mowing on a weekly basis, there's no reason that you can't leave something on a weekly basis, or you can't have an email set to go out on an every other week basis. So it's not that you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. You're invoicing once a month, if that's how you're invoicing, or if it's per service, however you're doing it. Just make sure that you're utilizing the invoicing, the stickers, the services on your website are easy to find and see, your one-liners on your email, implement a newsletter. These are just a few things that you can do to help ensure that when your customer thinks about aeration or seeding or landscape lighting or mowing or fertilization and weed control, hedge trimming, mulching, whatever it is those services are that you provide, help that customer remember that you do it, and don't get mad at the competitor if they've actually done the work. You just didn't inform your customer enough. Got any questions or any comments? Comment below. Be sure to subscribe for more profit building ideas. These are all little things that you can implement to help you earn what you deserve.